Hey, what's up guys? It's Ben. I'm bringing you guys another What Sold video. This is for stuff that's sold between today and the last video, so it's been about a week or so. But I've got 25 items. It's a good variety of items, things that have sold. It's not everything that's sold for me by any means, but it is a good variety of things that I can talk about, and hopefully I'll help educate you guys on some of the stuff that you're not so familiar with selling. So hopefully you guys take something out of this video, and let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Right here, first we have a pair of men's Red Wing boots. I picked these up at a garage sale for 15 bucks, I believe. Red Wing is a great brand to look for. Pretty much all their stuff sells. There's a few little models of like trainer shoes that don't sell well, but boots always buy because they're worth it. These just happen to be brand new ones, and you notice these have like a patch over the laces. That's because these are welder's boots, and it's so when they're welding and stuff, the laces and stuff don't melt and get ruined while they're doing the work. So welding boots tend to sell well in general, but these just happen to be new. I took a best offer on of 125. I think it took just over a month to sell. So these were a little longer, but great buy all around. This is a basic pickup. Always pick up Game Boy stuff whenever you find it. Obviously, you've probably heard me say it, but video game stuff sells super well. This sold same day I bought it. I picked it up for free at a yard sale. It was in that Harley Davidson Snap-on tool lot from last week's video, and it sold within an hour of me listing it for full price of $34.95. So this is a shirt. I just wanted to talk about this brand, Theory. Theory is a great brand to look for. There's their tag right there. It's a really basic tag, but anything Theory is going to sell, and this just is a men's plain button front shirt, so you can see there's nothing like super stand out about it, but it's a solid shirt. Like if you feel it, it's quality. I can't stress enough how much feeling while you're thrifting helps, because when you touch something, you'll know it's high end, and that's the stuff that you need to look up. This was a relatively new brand for me. I learned it about 4 or 5 months ago, but yeah, keep an eye out for Theory stuff. I picked this up at a Goodwill for under $5, and it sold for the full price of $34.95. This is a Kia Sedona radio. I always check radio receivers whenever I see them sitting out at yard sales. I can usually pick them up for under $10, and a lot of times they are worth like $70 to $100. This was a lower end one, but I picked it up for like $5 at a yard sale. But it's a Kia Sedona radio. Paid the full price of $39.95, and radios, depending on the model, take a little longer. So your Kias and your Hyundais and stuff like that, they tend to sit a little longer than like the Fords and Toyotas and stuff like that. Either way, always look them up. On the receivers, there's usually a sticker, and you can find like a part number or a model number. So right here on this one, you see the model number is 96140-4D100. Just type that in on eBay. You'll be able to pull up comps super quick, and they're usually a great flip. This was out of that electronics bundle. This is a Valve Steam Link. I showed the sealed one that sold last week, and this is the used one. This sold I sold it as a bundle, the link and the controller together. Sold for the full price of $60 in about 3 to 4 days of me listing it. So this is something that I want to talk about. It's not necessarily the brand, but it's how I acquired these items. These are just Woolrich, your basic button front short sleeve like hiking shirts. But I bought these at a store closeout. I paid a little more on them than I typically would at a Goodwill. So I think I paid like $8 a shirt on these, and I think I probably bought 50 or so of them in various colors and stuff. But I've sold almost out of them now, and it's been about 5 months since that purchase. I just got an offer, as you can see over there. I just bought that today. But anyways, I sold this for $25. I've sold almost all of them out now. I think I might have 3 or 4 of them left, but I bought around 50 of them. Don't be scared to buy wholesale if the brand is good enough to. Woolrich's not a super fast seller, but it's good enough that I wanted to buy wholesale on it, and they've done really well for me. This is a original Apple SuperDrive. Nothing too special here. Apple products sell well. You heard me talk about them all last week. Apple products sell. Buy your Apple products. This was just a USB disk drive, and it sold for the full price of $30 within a week. This is a Canon Vixa, just palm quarter, regular palm quarter. You saw me pick this up at, I think this was in the electronic bundle. And then there's another one later that I got for free at a yard sale. But electronic bundle, I think you quoted me like $5 on it. There was no charger, no cords, no battery, no nothing. And it sold for, actually this one sold for $49.95 because the guy sent me a listing on eBay that also the same camera, didn't come with anything for the same price. Mine was just in better condition, and I was fine with taking that profit. So this sold for $50. This guy actually ordered 2 Transformers at the same time, and he paid full price for both of them, which I'm fine with. If he would have sent me offers, I would have given him a break on the price. But he bought this Transformer for $23.50. It was one of those small ones, like 2 inches, 3 inches long, and it sold for $23.50. And he bought this one at the same time. Again, it's a MicroMaster one, so this one was a little longer, maybe 3 to 4 inches. And this one sold for $27.50, so the combined total was like $52 or something like that. Great sale, and obviously I charged free shipping, so I was able to put them in the same envelope and save on shipping costs because they went to the same person as well, which is great. So I included this item because I don't think I've talked about jerseys. I sell a lot of jerseys. So this is a Reebok Steelers jersey. With jerseys, what you want to look for is stitched lettering and stitched numbers on the jersey. You can look for like the Reeboks, the Nikes, the Adidas. Just make sure they look authentic. Look for the stitching. If it's like peeling up or like the Nike swoosh is crooked or something, probably steer away from it. But usually if it's like an NFL on-field one, you're pretty safe buying them at under $5. And I got this one at a thrift store for under $5, and it sold for $25, which is not the most like high margin jersey. But I wanted to make sure I talked about jerseys because they sell super quick usually if it's a good if it's a well-known player, and they're really easy to ship in a poly mailer, and I sell a ton of them. This one had a little stain on the bottom right there, but $25 on that guy. Again, another jersey. This is a soccer jersey. So the reason I wanted to show this one was because on soccer jerseys, I get a good shot of the tag in here. Yeah, right here. So a lot of time on soccer jerseys, you'll see the tag gets really worn. So a lot of the soccer jerseys have an actual printed tag on them. And when you're looking at the printed tag, you want to look for like an authentic certified printer. If it just says like FCB or Arsenal State or something like that, just like the team name on there, it's probably a fake jersey. Soccer jerseys are faked a ton. This one was a real one. This had a staining on the front, so it didn't sell as high as I would have liked. Without the staining, this would have been without the stain, this would have been like a $40 jersey. I sold it for $27.50. Still not bad. I picked it up for like $3 at a Goodwill. This knife, if you watched, this was probably one of my first yard sale videos of the summer, so it's probably like 3-ish months ago, so I've sat on this a while. But it's a Gerber knife. Gerber stuff sells super well, just the brand name in general. This is a Parabellum bolt action knife, and the reason mine took longer to sell is because you can see on the blade I wasn't able to clean all of the rust off. I cleaned a lot of it off, but there was a little bit of pitting in there, and it wasn't in the best shape, but it was still good enough to where it was usable. Anyways, this one sold with the sheath, and it was a sharpening sheath. Sheath was in shot condition. And in the listing description, I made sure to mention that, but sold for a best offer of $125, and like I said, sat for about 3 months. This is that Surface Pro pen that I was showing you from the electronics haul. It was just like a little digital pen about this big. Nothing too special about it. You would have glanced over at a yard sale if you didn't know what it was, but it sold for the full price of $35, and it took 2 weeks to sell. So don't overlook little things like this. Some of these little items, that look like a pencil can sell super well. You just gotta learn what you're looking at, because the tablet pencils, the Wacom pencils, and drawing tablet stuff, super fast sellers and super good sellers, even though it's so small. Apple pencils are a great one, and they blend and they just look like a white pencil. I have one somewhere. I should have brought it out to show you guys. This is one of the cheaper GI Joes that sold, but this is an Incinerator. It was from 1991, so it wasn't one of the 80s ones. This one had the full kit, so it was complete. The only thing it was missing was like the little rubber band on the launcher right here, which is no big deal. It was just any rubber band can fit it. Sold for the full price of $20. So look out for your GI Joes. This is that PlayStation from that bundle I bought over the weekend. I paid him $25 for the entire bundle. It had the PlayStation, the motion controller, and the games. The PlayStation sold for best offer of $75 in about 3 days, and I've sold. No, I haven't sold any of those games from that game lot, and I'm pairing the motion controller with the Sony VR headset that I bought the other week, and I actually picked up a PS4 today, so I can finally test that out, and I might end up keeping it. I don't know. But this was a good sale. PlayStation 3s still sell well, just like Xbox 360s still sell well. You just got to make sure they're in working condition. This was another sale from over the weekends. This sold actually the same day I listed it. I listed it for $175. I picked it up at a yard sale for $15. If you watched my last video, you saw that. And it sold for best offer of $160 in about 2 hours. So I wasn't going to be greedy on it. Take the $160 and run. This is a pair of Sennheisers. Oh, by the way, on printers and stuff, I don't mess with used printers. I only buy open or I only buy new printers. I don't buy open printers unless it's like it looks like the box has just been opened and they haven't touched it, because there can be so much wrong with printers. I just don't mess with used ones. Only mess with sealed ones. This is a pair of Sennheisers. This was in that electronic bundle. I said that I saw other resellers go past this item. Sorry. I said I saw other resellers go past this item, and it's actually a super good brand to look for. Like, I pick up Sennheiser stuff all the time. I don't know why people look over it. They probably just see headphones and don't think much about it. But these sold for a best offer of $130, I think, in the 2 weeks that it was listed. So, great pickup there. I talk about Polly Pockets all the time. This is another Polly Pocket. I run across them pretty often. This is the Stampin' School. I think I've sold like 2 of this exact model this summer, and this one went for a best offer of $45. Again, if the offer comes, don't be greedy. Took that all day. Look out for your vintage Polly Pocket stuff. So this is computer memory. I don't deal a ton in computer parts unless it is new computer parts, because I don't like testing them. But like memory, like RAM or graphics cards, there's good money in graphics cards if you can find the right ones for cheap. If you don't know your computer parts, I suggest learning them so you at least educate yourself in case you do come across some. But this was just DDR3 8GB RAM, so it's an older model. It's not the DDR4. I sat on this for about 2 months, and I bought it for like $1 at a yard sale. Sold for $37.50. This was the Canon Allura that I got for free over at the Harley Davidson and Snap-on tool lot that I picked up. I got this for free, the whole bundle, and it ended up selling for $65. So, I mean, I paid $70 for the Harley jackets plus the Snap-on tools by themselves, and this free item that came with it almost paid for the lot by itself. So don't overlook your camcorders. This one had all the cords and the chargers and 2 extra batteries, and then I threw in that case. I hate having the cases, so I always just throw them in. It's a good bundle item. But yeah, look at your Canon cameras, because even if it looks outdated, they have value. So this is another clothing item I wanted to point out. Ralph Lauren spellouts. Like this one, it says Polo Jeans Company across the chest. Super big spell out, as well as down the arms. This kind of stuff sells super well. People love the big spell outs for Ralph Lauren, Polo Sport, Tommy Hilfiger, Nike, Fila, Jordan. Anything you can think of that has a big spell out will sell. But Ralph Lauren, Polo Sport, and Tommy Hilfiger are like the big ones that are common to find. This was also a size 4XL, so it had the bigger shirt size going for it. Bigger shirts tend to sell well online better. And this one went for the full price for $27.50 in about 7 hours of me listing it, so that was a great sale. This is a new with tag polo Ralph Lauren shirt, so you can see this is a different style than the last one. This is actually a regular polo shirt, and it just has a little emblem right there. It says Polo Ralph Lauren. So even though it's a small spell out, it still increases the value. If this was just a plain shirt, it'd probably be about 17 to 20 bucks. But since it has that little crest, the guy paid up $29.95. I actually picked up 3 of this exact same shirt, and I think I have 1 left. These are those Harley women's boots I picked up 2-3 weekends ago at the Newport garage sale, and I picked them up for $10, and I cleaned them up, shined them up. You can see they look real nice in the pictures. There's one little blemish right there on the on that boot, but otherwise I was able to get like that pink nail polish off them and everything, and they cleaned up really nice. So I sold these best offer of $74.95, 75 bucks, and they took 2 to 3 weeks to sell. I picked this up yesterday at a church sale for 20 bucks. Spoiler, if you guys watch my next video, you'll see this pickup. But I picked this up for 20 bucks at a church sale. I came home, listed it immediately because I knew it would flip, and I sold it in 3 hours or so for $109.99 full price, 110 bucks. But this is a Sonos smart radio. You can sync it to like your phone and your like iHeartRadio app and stuff like that. But it's a speaker. It's the Play One's the model, and it's a super fast flip. I would have paid at like 50 bucks for this speaker if it was marked there, because I know the flip money value's there, and I knew it would sell the same day that I bought it. So even if it was 50 bucks, I would have bought it. But I ended up paying 20, sold it for 110 overnight. And that's going to wrap everything up. Let's go ahead and see what this offer is up here. We got a message on that guy. See if we can't make a sale. 100 bucks on this guy. I just picked this up today at a retail arbitrage pickup, and I paid 30 bucks for it in store. And like you just saw, I had a $100 offer on it, but my brother actually was at the store. He's like, hey, there's like this super cool Barbie up here. I think it's worth some money. You might want to come check it out. I typically don't buy Barbie stuff, but he told me about it, so I ran up there and ended up being a good one. Paid 30 bucks for it, and as you just saw, I had a $100 offer. I think I'm going to hold out a little bit on it and probably try to stick around like the $115 range. But either way, that was everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was educational and you learned something. Sorry if I rambled a bit. But I really wanted to talk about these items today because there were some unique ones and some stuff I really think that people need to look for and keep an eye out for at sales. Otherwise, thank you for all the support, the recent support on the videos. I love reading your guys' comments, so keep the comments coming. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you're not. Until next time, peace.